We are reaching for the stars.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This week on Modify Weekly we are putting braided brake lines on my EP3 Type R.
It's raining, but we're going to do it anyway.
Why can I never do it? For this job you are going to need some braided brake lines, which I have got HEL ones. They were 80 quid off eBay. Pretty good quality, because you can't scrimp on quality for your brakes, which you need to stop. Got some brake fluid. Check your owner's manual for the correct brake fluid for your car and all that. WD-40 just for seized bolts and etc. Jack, axle stands, wheel brace, and some sort of toolkit. So before you jack up your car, first thing you're going to want to do is loosen up your wheel nut. Before you jack up your car, find the suitable jacking point under your car. If you're not 100% sure, check the owner's manual. It'll tell you in there. And then roll it under. Get it on the jacking point. Begin jacking. So now we've got the axle stand up there to support it, plus we've left the jack under there just for extra support. So now you want to take your wheel off. So as you can see here, we've got the old brake line, which is made out of rubber, which perishes and flexes. So it's been in the car for 13 years since it came out, and every time you press that brake pedal and get some pressure in it, this will stretch before getting the pressure to the caliper. Whereas with these, made out of braided steel, there is absolutely no flex or nothing. The pressure will literally just go straight through it. Due to being subjected to wet weather and everything, the bolts on the brake line get corroded and rusty. So you want to just give them a spray down with some WD-40 or anti-seize or anything of that sort to avoid breaking a bolt, rounding a bolt off, anything along them lines. It's just a giant pain in the dick. So as you're taking the old brake lines off, you will be losing some brake fluid. So take the cap off and always keep an eye on this, on your brake fluid reservoir, so you're not sucking in air because it's drained too low. Keep it topped up. Whilst doing this, you're best off wearing gloves because the brake fluid is nasty. I'm not having issues here at all. So onto your car, you're going to want to use a tub of some sort to catch the brake fluid in, because brake fluid is nasty, messy shit. The bolt on the back of the caliper, which holds the brake line to it, is a 14mm spanner. 14mm bolt. And there she goes. And then you're gonna, once you've got your brake caliper one undone, you're gonna wanna come and undo this top little one with which the fluid flows through. Crack that off. So much corrosion on it. So once you've undone the nut on the back of the caliper, undone the bracket nut, and you just want to take this little square washer thing out. After you've undone this, just pull that out, and this will just come out. There's a little slit there that just goes through, and that is your old brake line. Now we've got our old rubber one out, it's time to fit our new sturdy steel one. First of all, you want to slot that up there, get your bracket, stick that in there, slot your bracket through there. If you want to. There we go, the bracket's in, they ain't going nowhere. hand screw that in for now. And you've got your plastic clip, which goes into the old clip.
Smaller screw, smaller screw.
And you get your bolt again, and just bolt it straight back through, hand tight for the time being. Yeah, and then once you've got your circle bit over into the groove, you can get your banjo nut, one of the copper washers on this side, slot it through, and one of the copper washers on this side, otherwise you will just piss out all of your fluid. And put that down, hand tight in first, so you and once you've got all of your bolts up, hand tight, not cross-threaded enough in, then you can go back in with your spanner and tighten them all up a good one. With all of the bolts on the braided brake lines done up nice and tight, it's time to move on to the other ones. They're all universal around this car. All of the fluid is split under the engine. All of the brake fluid is split via this. So on the rears, there is no splitting.
So now we're moving on to the rears. It's a good idea to put something behind the opposite side rear tyre to stop the car from rolling back as the handbrake connects to the rear wheels. Now when bleeding the brakes, why do I say breeding?
Breeding.
Now when bleeding the brakes, you're going to need some kind of bottle to hold the brake fluid in and a silicone tube to attach to the bleeder nut. You can normally buy these for about 20 to 30 pounds, but you can make your own with an old bottle and some silicone tubing.
So now we've got all the braided brake lines in place, tight and ready to go. I'm going to get Paul to sit in the front of the car and push the pedal down to build up the pressure in the system. As he goes down, he's going to say down. When he says up, when he comes up, he's going to say up. And then he's going to keep his foot down. I'm going to crack the bleed nut, which is underneath the valve, and I'm just going to hold the bottle under it, catch any fluid, and hopefully we expel all the air.
Once that's done, you can tighten back down the bleed valve and replace the rubber bung over the top and move on to the next brake. You want to start away with the one that's furthest away from the master cylinder, moving closer, and then eventually ending on the driver's side.
Now that we've got all 4 brakes bled and all of the air expelled out of the system, all you've got to do now is give your reservoir a little check. If it's below the minimum, just give it a little top up. But if it's not, you're ready to go test your new braided lines out.
And that's how you install braided brake lines on a Civic Type R EP3.
Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope this helps you if you ever wanted to install braided brake lines. And we'll see you next time.
Goodbye. Bye.